Okay, back at Geno's Air Cooled. I'm going to show you a little something here. Everybody badmouths these, no, maybe not everybody, but I've heard some people badmouth about using an old transmission jig. I have a Geno jig and I have press plates. His press plates are good. I just don't like these stamped out jigs that they make. And I'm looking for my screwdriver because I use it. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. On jigging a tranny, what you want to do is, let me see here if I can get this right. I use a screwdriver and I start out with third and fourth, and that's how I put it in gear. And I usually have this loose, but it's set up, and I probably shouldn't have had it set up and showed you, but I start out where I feel over here the slider, and if the slider has in gear and just a little bit of play, then I feel I'm in the ballpark, and then I come over to fourth gear and do the same thing. And if it has a little bit of play, and it does, then I feel third gear set up. And then what I do is tighten up the nut here, and then I go to first and second. And I always rotate it and make sure the slider's up. I don't know if you can hear that or not. A little bit of play. And then second gear. Rotate it and a little bit of play. And they're in gear. And then I go to reverse, put it neutral. And this jig don't always turn that reverse gear. And then I set it up where it's just inside of the front of the gear, just a hair, so it's fully engaged. Well, I don't know why I'm coughing here today, but it is. It's fully engaged. You want to go too deep, it's just not a good thing. And then what I do is tighten this. But I always have this loose too, because I use rebuilt gear housings that has a bushing inside here for third and fourth, and also for first and second. If you're going to do this, you do it right. And that's how I do it. And then I come back, put it in second, and you don't hear no reverse hitting. So you're downtown in good shape. Now I'll tell you another handy little tool here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've got this. My buddy works out here at a transmission shop. They do Chevy automatic, and we work together. This thing here is fantastic. It's a T-handle with a grip on. You can slide this off, take it off, and just use that if you want to. And you can position it. Matco or Matco sells them, and he got it for me. They're a little pricey, but they're nice. Now I know everybody has their own way of doing it, but I'm telling you, these transmission jigs like this that you cut out and make them yourself, you can't beat them, because if the transmission was set up in this and runs in this, why not jig in it? I mean, that tells me that if the transmission's running in it, you're not going to be wrong. It's done right. So that's my philosophy. Yeah, you can use those other things, and like this. I got one back here. I actually had two and given one away. This is a Geno. And I just don't like them. They're stamped out, and it's not my bag. So that's my thing. I don't even think Burton sells them anymore. I don't even think they do. But you can decide whatever you want to do. I do this here every day, off and on. It isn't like it used to be. Used to be busy all the time. And I'm a dealer for Rancho. I work with Rancho. And a lot of the other guys out in California have been good to me. And I have a race car. That's what keeps my race car going. And I do work for people the same as if you would want it done for yourself. If I do it, it's the same as I'm doing it for me. I want it done right. If it isn't, send it back. That's how I do things. Yes, things went up in price, and things are more expensive now than what they used to be. You can't do this stuff for a little bit of nothing. And I know there's guys out there doing them for $400 and $500, but I'm telling you, they're not putting the stuff in that Rancho's doing and I'm doing and some of the other builders are doing. You gotta do them right. These things have been out there for 50, 60 years. Man, I've seen some stuff that we couldn't even rebuild, and that's what I make jigs out of and stuff. So it's up to you. Pay now or pay later. It's like the race car. I ended up buying AA cylinders. I don't like them. I had compression rings up in the top wear. Couldn't figure out what was going on. That was my own stupidity. I didn't take a compression check because I didn't think the cylinders were wore. I only had a year running on them and not that many runs. And sure enough, last year when we tore it down, my buddy took a magnifying glass, and we didn't have no bore gauge, looked at it, and there they were, wavy at the compression thing. And it was losing compression up in the compression ring area where it was running. It wore. I'm buying powder cylinders. I don't have the money right now to do it, but I'm running Molly pistons and cylinders, and I heard AA's making them. I don't know. But this is my philosophy. Buy the best and cry once. Don't cry 3 or 4 times. But I want to get this tranny done. I yammered on here enough, but that's the thing on jigging and setting it up. As you see here, I think this is going to be a good box for this fella. He won a Pro Street box. That's what he's getting. He's getting the differential, 4 spider gears, a heavy side cover, welded 3rd and 4th. These are welded up, and he'll be downtown and have some fun. Geno's air-cooled transaxle performance. We'll talk to you all later.